It's frustrating because times are hard right now, and it's one thing to steal from our store, but when you actually steal from our customers, I take it a little more personally.
I just want to see the neighborhood go back to being where it's clean, people, don't mind being out and not afraid just to walk around.
We used to always call the cops, but last time we did that, they just came and smashed our window. So I just don't even bother calling anymore.
Some Tacoma businesses are playing music to deter unwanted activity in their parking lots. But now why some neighbor complaints could land these businesses in trouble with the city. Well, Eric, the nonprofit operates a thrift store here to help fund things like emergency vet bills and more for the community. They tell me it was one of their teenage customers who had saved up for months to help his family buy some furniture, only to have his cash swiped within seconds.
She went straight for it, opened it, and started looking around. She knew there was money in it.
In just seconds, more than $1,000 cash gone. Employees at Bella's Voice in Lynnwood say a family came in to buy furniture from their thrift store, setting the pouch full of cash down briefly to move the furniture to their vehicle. But a woman quickly comes into the store and beelines it straight for the cash.
It's frustrating because times are hard right now, and it's one thing to steal from our store, but when you actually steal from our customers, I take it a little more personally.
Employees say the family's 15-year-old son had worked for months to help his family save up enough money to buy some furniture for their new apartment. But in less than a minute, all the months of hard work was gone.
It's hard out there as it is, and, people are struggling, and I think it's wrong. It's absolutely wrong that they come in here and steal from us and our customers, which has not been the first time, so.
The nonprofit, which helps with emergency vet bills and provides a pet food bank for community members in need, has been the victim of a crime several times before. In February, they were broken into 3 times in about a week. And just this month, they had their truck stolen not once, but twice, while it was getting a broken window repaired from the first theft. It was later recovered in Seattle.
We struggle to make things easier for the community. It just causes a lot more problems with our day-to-day when we have to pause and, get things repaired.
And again, if you recognize the woman on that video, you are urged to contact Lynnwood Police. Reporting live in Lynnwood, Lynn Wynn, KOMO News.
Covering Pierce County, there's a lot of glass that needs to be replaced after someone wielding a hammer smashed out 56 business windows.
Police arrested one woman for all of that destruction along Broadway in Tacoma's Antique Row and Theater District. KOMO's Denise Whitaker shows a surveillance of the vandalism and how business owners there are making changes.
Surveillance video from the Peppermint Tuna Vintage Store captures the destruction.
Hopefully she gets the help that she needs.
47-year-old Tami Areson is now headed for a mental evaluation, charged with criminal mischief and resisting arrest. She's accused of smashing out 56 windows at more than a dozen businesses.
All the bus stops up and down. She went all the way down to Wrights Park.
John Riley noticed it right away, waiting for his bus.
They have repaired this glass at least 2 times that I'm aware of. I'm pretty sure it's closer to 4 or 5 times.
Of course, everybody's a little frustrated, but I know that things will get better.
On Lee, co-owner of Cremella Cafe, tells me 7 of his windows are now boarded up.
We're waiting for a quote, but our rough estimation is about 20 grand.
While he waits, he's using paint to disguise the vandalism.
We pride ourselves to be a nice coffee shop, so I'm trying to make it look not plywood, so that when people walk into the business, it's still nice and inviting.
Crystal Wynn also painting her plywood, mimicking the scene her surveillance camera caught.
We try as best as we can to keep it safe, but we do need the city or at least somebody to step up.
City Council member Sarah Rumbaugh let me know she's elevating these concerns to the city manager to find solutions.
This neighborhood is awesome. All of the small business on the street and everybody that comes into the door is awesome.
There's now talk of getting a block party together here along Broadway to help raise money for those business owners who will have a lot of out-of-pocket expenses. In Tacoma, Denise Whitaker, KOMO News.
Some call this musical method unusual.
At first, it's honestly kind of crazy. You show up and you just are listening to classical music. It is super loud, and I definitely have heard people being like, I don't know why it's so loud. I can hear it down the street.
But this Tacoma store blasts classical tunes through caged loudspeakers with safety top of mind. While some customers question the song selection, they tell us what this store has orchestrated is working.
Because it made coming here a little bit safer. The fentanyl, everything, like people are literally just out in the open selling it.
This practice is nothing new, as KOMO has covered similar solutions in North Seattle. But now the Tacoma shop's operatic efforts are met with pushback. The city provided this 7-Eleven store's 4 noise complaints submitted since February. One neighbor writes, the audio deterrent system violates every rule in the book. It is constant, far too loud, and I can hear it from my house 10 streets away. And this Walgreens on busy Pacific Avenue sounds more like an opera house than a pharmacy parking lot. This store has received 6 similar noise complaints since last year. City officials tell us a noise violation happens when the noise lasts longer than a minute, is reoccurring, and it's distinctly louder than other sounds in the area.
Create actual solutions.
Rob Huff with the Tacoma Pierce County Coalition to End Homelessness disagrees with the musical tactic. What other solutions would you like to see?
So the coalition for many years has urged the city of Tacoma to create low barrier spaces where people can go, and so that they don't have to stay in front of businesses.
Reporting in Tacoma, Jackie Kent, KOMO News.
The problems around this strip mall near South Hosmer Street reached a point where businesses decided private security was their best solution.
The police don't respond when they do get called, because we've had incidents where they've never even came.
But South Hosmer is an area Tacoma police are focusing their efforts on as part of the police chief's violent crime reduction plan.
It's not the best neighborhood.
Well, activity's still down, but I mean, don't know what it is, but it's still going on.
South Hosmer has been a long-time hotspot for violence, but since the police department's new strategy was implemented, city officials say reports are way down. The most recent citywide data shows violent crime is down nearly 5% compared to the same time period last year. That includes a 50% drop in homicides and more than a 3.5% decrease in assaults. Along South Hosmer, some say a lack of reporting crime may be a factor.
But I can see why people might not be reporting the crimes, just because last time we called, it took them like 30 minutes to get here, and because there was a guy with a gun outside.
Some say they do notice a difference, but aren't sure if the neighborhood is actually safer.
I mean, I've heard gunshots, but it's not common.
Well, I mean, of course, it's still out here, but I don't hear it as much because maybe I mind my own business.
Reducing the violence is a work in progress, and Tacoma police say they are committed to making a difference.
Yeah, it's just not great for businesses on this street.
That's the area being safe. Yeah, so it's looking a little better.
Joel Marino, KOMO News.